An Apple ID is an essential component of the Apple ecosystem, granting access to a wide range of services such as iCloud, App Store, iTunes Store, iMessage, and more. However, there may be instances when you need to remove or delete an Apple ID from a device or completely delete it from Apple's servers. This guide will provide a comprehensive overview of the steps required to remove an Apple ID from an iPhone, iPad, or Mac, and the process of permanently deleting an Apple ID. Understanding the difference between removing and deleting an Apple ID. Before diving into the process, it's crucial to understand the difference between removing and deleting an Apple ID. Removing an Apple ID. This process entails signing out of an Apple ID on a specific device, such as an iPhone, iPad, or Mac. The Apple ID itself remains active, allowing you to sign in on other devices or create a new Apple ID on the device from which you removed the previous one. Deleting an Apple ID. This process involves permanently deleting an Apple ID along with any associated data from Apple's servers. This action is irreversible and results in the loss of all data associated with the Apple ID, including purchases, iCloud storage, and synced content. Removing an Apple ID from your devices. Depending on the device you're using, the process of removing an Apple ID varies slightly. The following sections outline the steps to remove an Apple ID from an iPhone, iPad, and Mac. Removing an Apple ID from an iPhone or iPad. Open the Settings app on your iPhone or iPad. Tap on the Apple ID banner located at the top of the screen. Scroll down and tap Sign Out at the bottom of the screen. You may be prompted to enter your Apple ID password to turn off Find My. Enter the password and tap Turn Off. Choose which data you'd like to keep on your device by toggling the switches next to each option, such as Contacts, Calendars, and Notes. Then, tap Sign Out in the upper right corner. Confirm your decision to sign out by tapping Sign Out once more in the pop-up window. Your device will now be signed out of the Apple ID, and you can sign in with a different Apple ID or create a new one. Removing an Apple ID from a Mac, click the Apple logo in the upper left corner of the screen and select System Preferences. Click on the Apple ID icon. In the sidebar, select Overview. Click on the Sign Out button. You will be prompted to choose which data you'd like to keep on your Mac. Select the checkboxes next to the data you want to retain and click Keep a Copy. Confirm your decision to sign out by clicking Sign Out in the pop-up window. Your Mac will now be signed out of the Apple ID, and you can sign in with a different Apple ID or create a new one. Deleting your Apple ID permanently. Before you proceed with deleting your Apple ID, ensure that you have completed the following tasks. Sign out of your Apple ID on all devices. Back up any essential data, such as photos, documents, and contacts, as deleting your Apple ID will result in the permanent loss of all associated data. Cancel any active subscriptions or memberships linked to your Apple ID, such as Apple Music or iCloud storage plans. Remove any devices linked to your Apple ID by going to the Apple ID management website, applet.apple.com, signing in with your Apple ID, and removing the devices listed under the Devices section. Once you have completed the above steps, you can proceed with deleting your Apple ID. Visit Apple's Data and Privacy website, privacy.apple.com, and sign in with your Apple ID. Scroll down to the Delete Your Account section and click Request to delete your account. Review the information provided about the consequences of deleting your Apple ID. Keep in mind that this action is irreversible and will result in the loss of all data associated with your Apple ID, including purchases, iCloud storage, and synced content. Select a reason for deleting your account from the drop-down menu and click Continue. Read the terms and conditions for deleting your Apple ID and check the box to confirm that you have read and understood them. Then, click Continue. Apple will provide you with a unique access code. Write down this code and store it in a safe place, as you will need it to verify your identity when contacting Apple support regarding your account deletion request. Click Continue. Confirm your decision to delete your Apple ID by entering the unique access code provided in the previous step. Click Continue. Apple will now begin the process of deleting your Apple ID. This process can take up to 7 days, as Apple verifies and deactivates your account. You will receive a confirmation email once the process is complete. During the account deletion process, do not attempt to sign in with your Apple ID or create a new Apple ID using the same email address. Doing so may delay or cancel the account deletion process. Removing or deleting an Apple ID requires careful consideration.